Basically, the total sum of all human knowledge exists online, and a large percentage of it is free. But if you want to learn stuff, how do you navigate that jungle of information and find out what's important and what's effective for what you want to learn? That can be a nightmare sometimes, and it can be really hard to find what you need to do. So I decided to make a video on how to learn stuff online. So how do you navigate the scene of online education? Well, let's get one thing out of the way. YouTube is great and it's free. So you can search up stuff there and find out some good videos on there, and there's basically good videos about anything. But you knew this already, so I'm going to add a few more bits and pieces that you maybe haven't heard about, that you maybe don't know as well as YouTube. Another thing that we don't often think about is that there's a lot of free, not even free, but really cheap as well, courses online. Most of the ads you see, like YouTube ads or Facebook ads for courses, are usually for really expensive ones, like up to thousands of euros even for those courses. And then it's easy to forget that there's so many courses out there that cost so much less. For instance, I just bought recently a composition course by Jack Vaughan, I think, which I might review in another video, and that was $20, I think, for all of it. So that's relatively cheap, I'd say, right? And there are so many other courses like this on sites like Udemy, which you should check out for cheap courses about pretty much everything. Also, if you've been in the self-improvement corner of YouTube before, which if you're watching this video I suspect you kind of have, then you've probably heard of Skillshare and Brilliant as well, which are good sources. And another one that you might check out if you haven't already is EDX for more academic stuff. And that's basically a site where all universities can put up stuff and classes online that the professors there teach, and they're all free. Some of them you can have like a proper certificate from it if you pay between $75 and $200, I think. And some of them are paid, but most of them are just free if you want to. So learning stuff there can be great as well. But back to courses, you know, there are also courses that are really expensive, like high ticket courses, and I've paid for a couple of those as well, and I've gotten useful information from them and learned a lot of stuff. But you really should think through it well before you buy some of those courses, because they are really a big investment. So you have to think through, like, do I trust this person? Is this something I really need? Can I afford it? Because if not, you know, it's a lot of money that goes out and not necessarily money that will go back in. Even though, of course, the people selling it say that the value is higher than the price, but think for yourself and think through this before you buy. One principle which I think is good when it comes to learning in general is just to learn from people who are on top of their game, like world-class people in the area you want to learn stuff in. And one service that has really realized this is Masterclass, because they have people, well, world-class people like Gordon Ramsay teaching cooking and Hans Zimmer teaching film scoring, things like that, because you know they are the best in the world at what they do. So I think it's about $15 a month for access to all those courses. I haven't tried it personally, but I think that you can't go wrong by learning from the best people in the world in what you want to do. But that's not the only way to learn from those kinds of people. What you should do, if you find out a person that's world-class in the field you want to learn about, is just search up their stuff online. If they have a blog, if they have a podcast, if they post YouTube videos, and a lot of them do. So if they do, just find that stuff and learn from them, because they are really good. So if you learn from them, you can be not as good as them, but you're going to learn a lot of principles and lessons, I think, that are really important and helps you improve. Another way to learn from these kinds of people is through books, and that's another thing that's pretty cheap, right? Books, audiobooks, if you want to, because then you can listen on the go as well, ebooks, those kinds of things are really cheap, and you learn from the very best people. So books can also be a great way to learn stuff. And to sum up what I've said in this video is that, well, of course you knew about YouTube already, but if you want to learn something new in a new field, just find out who is the best in the world at this, who are like the top people that I can learn from. So then you look up those people and find out what they post online, if there's anything from them that's free online. And you should just look up different sources, like if there are any cheap courses about it or any cheap YouTube videos, but start out with ones that are free. And then once you have exhausted all that free information, or if you've gotten just a good overview of the topic in the free content, then if you want to learn more and you know you want to do that, then go into the ones that require a bit more of an investment. So that can be a course or a book. And if it's a high ticket course, that's when you need to be careful and ask yourself the 3 key questions. Do I think I need this? Do I really trust the person that I'm buying from? And can I afford this? Because if you can't afford it, well, don't buy it. So I hope this video has helped you navigate the jungle of online education, and I look forward to seeing you learn everything that you want to learn. And I'll see you in the next video.